Hello, it's another week. And this week we're gonna be looking at the market breakdown for the coming week, which gonna begin on the 30th of September and gonna end on the 4th of October. So for this coming week, we're gonna be having, this is our first pair. This is XAUUSD, or it's gold USD. So for the coming week, we're gonna be looking for a bearish direction for this pair, and the reason behind is because we have clear first top, first shoulder. We have the the top, or which is the head, and then we have the shoulder. Now we are waiting for a breach out of the neck, but the market has successfully broken this trend line, if you can see very well here. But we are waiting for a clear confirmation after the breakout of this support or resistance. Then we will be selling toward this point here. Where do we expect to get our entries? Our entry be observed at the market open at this level, and when the market break and retest to this level here. So we'll be holding this pair toward this targeted area. This is XAUUSD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from XAUUSD, it's CAD and for CAD this week we are expecting to be looking for a short-term bullish direction and a long-term bearish direction. The reason behind for us to be going for a bullish is because there is a wedge pattern formation. So we're anticipating that the market will come back there, and the reason for it to be going down is because it's coming back to form the second top. So we have two double tops. Then anticipating market will drop toward this level here. So where do we expect to get our entry? We'll be only looking for a selling opportunity at this level, and when the market breaks and retests this level, it's only going to be getting our second entry, holding it toward our targeted area. This is CAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from CAD is AUD JPY. And for AUD JPY for the coming week, going to be looking for a bullish direction, and the big reason behind is because there is a wedge pattern formation which can be clearly observed at this level. The market consolidated very well, so we're anticipating that the market will give us a big move toward that targeted area. Where do we anticipating to get our entries for the coming week? Our entry point will be observed when the market open at this level, and when it's successful break and retest to this trend line at this level, holding it toward our targeted area. This is AUD JPY and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from AUD JPY for the coming week, it's CHF JPY. And for CHF JPY, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. The reason behind is because the market has given us a good consolidation for this past week. So we're anticipating that the market will break this support or resistance and give us a good retest, holding it toward our targeted area. So for the coming week, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction, and where we are expecting to get our entry point will be observed at this level. Where do we anticipating to have a target for the coming week? This is CHF JPY, this is H4 time frame. Let's go to daily. Yeah, we are anticipating to get our targets toward this level here, and the big reason behind is because the market has given us a good triangle, and we're anticipating that the market is coming back this level so that it can complete or fill the week which can be observed in the past on this point here. So for those who are trading with feeling strategy, they understand this, but for the coming week we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. This is CHF JPY and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be looking at apart from CHF JPY is Euro JPY. And for Euro JPY, the same thing. We're going to be looking for a bearish direction. When you go back to H4, we can see a clear wedge pattern which has already been broken, a clear reversal pattern of double tops which has already been broken also. So we're anticipating that the market has given us like the second shoulder. Let us see clearly. This is the first shoulder and this is the head. Now it's giving us the second shoulder. So we're anticipating that the market will continue dropping down. So where do we anticipating to get our entry? Our first entry will be observed here, and then the market break and retest at this level here. This is your JPY and this is H4 time frame. Where do we target for the coming week? The targeted point for the coming week, let's see on the weekly view. Yeah, our targeted area or level is on this point here, and the reason behind is because the market is like completing the double tops. Yeah, this is Euro JPY and this is weekly time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from Euro JPY is GBP JPY. And for GBP JPY, let's move to H4. We are anticipating that the market will give us an up move for the coming week. The reason behind is because of the wedge pattern which can be observed clearly at this level here. Yeah, if you can have good eyes. So we're expecting that the market will give us a pullback toward that level. So for the coming week, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. Where do we anticipating to be getting our entries for the coming week? Our first entry will be observing when the market open at this level and when the market breaks and retest at this level, and we'll be holding toward our targets. This is GBP JPY and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from GBP JPY is NZD JPY. And for NZD JPY for the coming week, you're going to be looking for a bullish direction. And the reason behind is because the market has given us a successful double second bottom, and this we're expecting to be the second bottom. Then the market will break and retest at this level, holding it toward our targeted area. And also apart from that, we also have our double bottoms at this level. If you can see clearly. So we're expecting to get our first entry when the market break and retest to this level, and then the market breaks and retest this level, and we'll be holding toward our targeted area. This is NZD JPY and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be observing for the coming week is USD JPY. And for USD JPY, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction. And the big reason behind is because the market has given us a successful double tops. Which can be observed, and we are in the second top. So for the coming week, you're going to be selling this pair, and we'll be selling it because the market has given a successful double top. So we're expecting that the market will drop toward this level. Where are we anticipating to be getting our entries? Our entry point will be observed first at this level, and then the market breaks and reaches this neck, holding it toward our targeted area. This is USD JPY and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from USD JPY is CAD JPY. And on CAD JPY, the same thing. We are anticipating that the market is like giving us the second top. As long as this is the first top, and they're anticipating that it will give us it will act as the second top, then the market will drop. So where do we anticipating to see our entries? Our entry will be observed after this trend line has been broken. We'll wait for a good retest, and then after the neck of this double tops, after it has been broken, we'll wait for a good retest, getting our entry, holding it toward our targeted area, which can be observed in the higher time frame. Let's move to daily so that you can see the target. So our targeted area is still the same. It's from this level to this level, 76.664, and the reason behind the market is conducting with feeling the week in the daily time frame. This is CAD JPY and this is daily time frame. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from CAD JPY, it's Euro AUD. And for Euro AUD for the coming week, you're going to be having a temporary bullish direction. And the reason behind is because the market gave us the first top shoulder. This is the second top, and we're expecting to see the I mean, this is the first head, I mean shoulder. This is the head, and this is the second shoulder that the market will continue dropping down. Where do we expecting to get our entry? Let's move back to H4 time frame. Let's move back to H4 time frame. So we are anticipating to be getting our entry at this level, buying this pair toward that level, then looking for a selling opportunity at that level, waiting for a break and retest to sell our gain, then adding another position to our break and retest of this support or resistance, holding it toward our targeted area. This is EURs and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which we're going to be focusing on apart from EURs, it's EURUSD. And for EURUSD this coming week, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. And the big reason behind is because the market has given us a successful first bottom, and we expected this is the second bottom. So we'll be holding it toward that level. Where do we get our entry? Our entry point will go observed here, and when the market breaks and returns to this point here, and then returns to this point here, holding toward that targeted area. So we'll be looking at our entry at this point, and this point. This is EURUSD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which we're going to be looking at apart from EURUSD is EuroCAD. And for EuroCAD, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. The reason behind is because the market has successful given us this wedge. Has successful given us this wedge here, a wedge pattern which can clearly be observed. So we're expecting that the market will give us a small pullback, holding it toward that targeted area, where we are anticipating to be getting our entry. Our entry point will be observed when the market breaks this trend line and retests it. And it will be our first entry, and then the market breaks and retests at this level, and when the market breaks and retests at this level, holding it toward our targeted area. Where do we get our entries? Our entry will be observed here, holding it toward our targeted area. This is EuroCAD and this is H4 time frame. Another pair which we're going to be focusing on apart from EuroCAD, it's EuroCHF. For EuroCHF, we're going to be looking for a bearish direction, and the reason behind is because the market has successful given us a good breach out of this support or resistance, which can be observed here, and a good retest has been observed. So we're expecting to see another breakout of this support or resistance. Then we'll be taking our first entry at this level here after the break and retest. Where will we be targeting for the market to be going to? Let's see on the weekly basis. Yep, we're anticipating that the market will drop down toward this point here. So we're anticipating to see the market dropping down toward this point here. So for the coming week, EuroCHF will be selling it. Another pair which you're going to be focusing on apart from EuroCHF is EuroGPB. EuroGPB. For EuroGPB, let's go to H4. For EuroGPB, as you can see, there was a breach out of this support or resistance, and now it has been retested very well. So we're expecting to see just a small drop, then we'll be holding it toward that point there. The reason behind is because the market has given us a move which is there to complete the pattern of the double tops in the daily time frame. So we're anticipating that the market is going to be forming the double tops in the daily time frame. So for the coming week, we're going to be selling this pair toward this level and buying it toward the targeted area. This is EuroGPB and this is daily time frame. Another pair, and this is the last pair, which is EURNZ. And for EURNZ for the coming week, we're going to be looking for a bullish direction. And where do we get our entry? Our entry point will be after the break and retest of this trend line is when we're going to be looking for our entry confirmation, and when the market breach out this support or resistance and give us another entry confirmation there. Where will we be holding it? We'll be holding it toward the daily time frame or daily point. which is at this level here. This is Euro and Z, and this is daily time frame. Yeah, for those who need account management training and signal service, and for those who need mentorship, little advice on this business, you can contact me via the description, via the contacts which are kept on the description. And for those who haven't yet, turn on the post notifications so that they can be altered whenever we are posting educative videos or whenever we are posting these analysis videos in the weekend, so that they can be altered and they cannot be too late. And I still have 1 month in Morogoro. For those who need one-on-one training, I'm still available. Book a seat, and happy paper chasing week.